frustrating that we, despite the things you mentioned, despite obviously losing the person who's going to be our starting point guard one game in the season, basically, we felt like there's been games we could win, and we haven't. So that's frustrating. It's pro basketball; you get judged on wins and losses. And, we're playing good teams. You come into Connecticut, it's tough no matter what the situation is. Our last 2 games at New York, at Connecticut, that's tough places to go. We got to capitalize on the games when we have chances to put a team away in the fourth quarter. Tonight we really have one bad quarter and it costs us, and that's what happens against teams that have been to the finals and they've had a group together a long time. They're ruthless when you give them a chance to be. So frustrating thing. I mean, it's frustrating to lose. It's frustrating to feel like you missed some opportunities. I think that it's important we don't carry the weight of the whole season into every game. That becomes a difficult. You got to feel a little bit of desperation and urgency, but you got to play the game that's in front of you. So we got a chance to go home, play Thursday and then Friday in front of big crowds. Might be a boost that we need from our home crowd, and a chance to get some wins and get on the right track.
Speaking of that third quarter, you guys had a really good second, got right back into the lead. It just seemed like all couldn't go down. From your perspective, what changed in that third quarter? Was it your shots not going down? Did you still like the way that all was moving and what you were creating?
It started with, one of our big emphasis against this team, and we said it at halftime. We'd done a good job not putting them at the free throw line in the first half. I think they had 5 free throws in the half. We fouled way too much in the second half. It's not one person fouling a bunch of times. It's everybody taking their turn to reach or play with their hands. And you foul them, they set their defense, and they're really. And also, I thought we had some turnovers, some defensive rebounds. We had numbers to push. We didn't capitalize. We threw the ball in traffic too many times. Like you said, we missed some open threes. I mean, we got 29 threes tonight. Attempts, I thought probably 24, 25, pretty good looks. And on the road against a good team, you got to knock them down. There's no substitute for made shots.
Last week for me, I want to ask about Aaliyah. She had a career high tonight. Also, it seemed like she had a lot of touches really early in that first quarter. Was that a cognizant thing that you guys want to get her touches early, and overall just kind of what you want to play with the team?
I thought she had, we put her in pick and rolls as the screener quite a bit. She did a good job getting into space. Julie and Jade and others did a good job of finding her on the move. I think they adjusted a little bit at halftime and tried to take those away. Their teams are trying to stay home with Carly and Ariel, and that means we have a big, usually open somewhere on a roll. If we set a good screen and we're patient, we use it. They tightened it up a little bit in the second half. Zoom.
Jen.
Hey, Eric.
Michael.
Picking up on Aaliyah, you've talked a lot about her growth game to game. What was kind of the next step you saw her take tonight, or an improvement that you saw in her performance?
Improvement that she finished a couple tough times around the rim. That she found good spaces to play in offensively. She's guarding Alyssa Thomas at the other end, and I thought did a reasonably good job. That's a tough matchup to then score and have to defend AT. She's smart. She understands what we're trying to do. She pursues the ball on the boards, and she made her free throws tonight, which is also a real big step in her development as well.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you about AT as well. Defensively, you guys limited her. Ty Harris got going a little bit, to kind of complement their big three. What worked well against AT, and what was kind of challenging with Harris?
Ty Harris is having a great season. She's shooting the hell out of the ball. She fits their group in terms of being patient offensively. She just plays kind of at her speed. She's got good pick and roll partners. I think point guard would love to play with Alyssa Thomas or a ball handler. And Yeah, Ty's just having a really good season. She's found a home here. AT, some nights she doesn't score, but the game still runs through her. I mean, that's how good she is. You know, she always feels like she's in command of the game. That we did a good job not giving her anything easy. You know, she loves to find people on cuts and stuff. I thought we took some of that away.
I know it's weird to talk about the individual game during the loss, but seems like it didn't touch early in the game. Did that get you in the rooms? Did you start to feel? When did you kind of feel? I think you kind of go most.
From the tip, I won the tip. Then I felt like from there we came and became the aggressor, and we did that for 2 quarters, and we ended half up 1, which is what we want. Was want to maintain that momentum, but yeah, anyone can have a good individual game. I'm glad of how I was able to. My teammates were finding me. I was able to finish, but it's not only one person can win a game. It's a team collective. So I think everyone just came out pretty pumped up first half. I would just say we let them get whatever they wanted. In the first half, we were kind of dictating what they should get. The ball didn't move as much in the first half, but third quarter, ball was hopping. They got into their plays, executed their plays, and they got their shots.
Ariel, to you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's
That's fine. It's your job.
It's been a long time since the highest of this franchise. And now those as far as the way the season started. How have you, and we know how much competitive you are, how have you kind of dealt with just the frustrations or whatever you want to call it that comes with a losing streak?
Yeah. I mean, my first job is not feel sorry for myself. Nobody cares. It is what it is. I have to do my job every day, regardless of what our record is. And I think at the end of the day, my job is not to only make sure I'm good, but make sure my teammates are good. You know, we're still doing the things that we need to do in order to get our first win, in order to stay on the course that, you know, we're trying to fight for. I think we're fighting for our culture and our organization every day. It's not something that we're just like, oh, we're a losing streak, we're a losing team. Like, nah, that's not who we are. And no, by no means will I ever hold that title or ever feel any type of way about this losing streak, because the tables will turn. You know, we're doing the things that we need to do. We just got to figure it out. Just got to figure it out on court. We will.
You know, I know if you had an answer, you got to do. But I got it. But is there anything particular that bothers you about, I don't know, whether missing or operations is operating?
Yeah. I mean, just trying to figure out how we have a flow for about 22 minutes and not for the rest. You know, I think that if there was anything that I could pinpoint of what I'm trying to rack my brain about is how we get each other easier shots. I feel like every shot we take right now is either contested at the rim or contested pull up for me. We may get a few open threes here and there, but right now we're not getting any easy looks whatsoever. And I don't think it's the defense. That's not to say I don't think there's any good defense in the league. Like, obviously there is, but I think we make it harder for ourselves right now. Yeah.
Jen?
Hey,
Jen?
Hey, Ariel. Hey, Aaliyah. Ariel, just starting with you, you know, Steph Tolson hit that shot to end the first half, and it seemed like you guys maybe had some momentum, and then the third quarter was a little rough. Can you just kind of walk me through, like, kind of what it felt like heading back into the locker room and what you saw kind of not go right coming out of it?
Going into the locker room, obviously we were locked in on the way we're playing. We were locked into the scout, doing the things that we need to do. It has been, I mean, it's kind of a storybook right now. We play a good first half, you know, and we know that about ourselves right now. So making sure that we come out and we come locked in for the third quarter. We know Connecticut historically, third quarter has been their best quarter. So knowing that we needed to come out be locked in. Aaliyah said it earlier. I don't think we were aggressive enough in the third quarter. I think they put their foot on the gas, but we kind of took a step back. We started fouling, really. I don't know how many free throws they shot in that quarter. But it's hard to beat a team when you put them to the line that amount of times in one quarter. You get them in a bonus that early. It's hard to play against.
And Aaliyah, for you, obviously a big week for you guys, lots of games coming up. Just curious, as you adjust from college to pros, how have you adjusted to, or is there anything you've learned kind of about settling into the WNBA schedule as you guys head into this back-to-back coming up?
I feel like I've adjusted well first couple of games. I think that I felt sped up, but over the course of 9 games now, I feel like I'm just being more patient and doing what comes to me, letting the game come to me. But no, I think that I'm surrounded by a great group of women on the team. So great group of young women on this team who's just every day lifting me up because, it's not easy being a rookie in this league. It's a dominant league, and you got to lean on those who play against and those who are going to help you be successful. So just taking it day by day, but so far it's been good.
And just one more for you, kind of building off of that. Looking at your stats for the season, your shooting percentages kind of tick up every quarter, it seems like. And just curious, how you're kind of able to, in a game, what it feels like as you kind of settle in and make adjustments and shoot better as the game goes on most of the nights.
Yeah, I just make sure we're trying to get great shots each possession. Me just trying to work on my finishing. I think today I really stepped up to try to make sure I was on balance. I was focused on and concentrated on those because those are easy bunnies that's going to help us win. So the past couple of games I've been slacking in that aspect. So I've been in the gym working on that, making sure I can do whatever to help my team win. But no, the shots are going to come. It's a basketball game. Sometimes you're going to make it, sometimes you're going to miss. But, it's us doing the little things. And I think each quarter we try to do the little things. And it was just the third quarter today for us. It didn't fall our way.
Thank you both.
And Jim?
Hi, Ariel. Ariel, just on that third quarter there today, you seem to kept AT in check and Ty Harris, but it was Deanna Bonner that sort of did the damage there. She came into her own in the third quarter as well. And was it just basically that her rebounding there tonight that caused you trouble really in that third quarter?
Yeah, I think obviously, DB's a great player. Our job is to make her life hard and try to make her uncomfortable. But she also hit some shots down the stretch that we played good defense, probably fumbled the ball, but they were looking for her and they found her back into some stuff. She knocked down shots today. She's 50% from the floor, 5 from the 3, 5 or 6 from the free throw. She had a good line today.